Welcome back to the new courses of Mario Kart Deluxe 8. I'll see my Coca-Cola. Zero. Because I'm addicted to it. And I thought I would take you guys through more and take myself through more. Oh, that's right, I never got it. Okay, that's why. More of these new courses because they're awesome fun. And try to get the gold on them. Oh! Australia. Like, hazard to think what a WA one would look like. Like, it would be alright. You had like Optus Stadium and the Key and and such. But of course, Sydney Opera House is iconic. You know, as soon as people think about Australia, they think of Sydney Opera House, right? Reminds me of a story that my my former housemate, told me, where she went to Japan. She was talking to her host family, and her host family's mum, about Australia, and then she went, "Oh, like, where are you from?" She says, "I'm from Australia." She goes, "Oh, whereabouts in Australia?" She went, "Oh, I'm from WA, like near Perth." And she went, "Oh, Perth? Like Fremantle, Perth?" And my friend was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, land of seafood." Like, apparently it's known in Japan, like they're like documentary or something about it, or a news report that like Fremantle and Perth were the land of really good seafood. And hey, you know, to be honest, that's probably, it's not off the mark. Like, we're very lucky here when it comes to food and seafood and just food in general. I dare say, like, we have the best food in the world. I know it sounds great. Like my mum, my family, my dad, we've travelled to all types of places. My mum and dad's travelled to some more places than I have. Like, they've been to Hong Kong, and you know, it's just a matter of opinion. You know, like, of course people are going to say, "Oh, our food's best, our food's best, our food's best." You know, whatever. It's all good. Like, in our opinion, from where they've gone, from where I've gone, like, oh man, Perth. You could go into any random cafe or restaurant, and like the food that you'll get is damn decent, man, and economical. And sometimes you go to like expensive places, and it's not that crash hot. And then you go to like some moderate places, and then, you know, it turns out to be a really excellent meal. But, you know, it's not just the fact that we have like really great produce here. Like, people, WA and Perth and Australia, and I think it's a great thing. It's such a melting pot of all different cultures and stuff, all come to immigrate here because they hear how lovely Australia here and how good the weather is here and such. And they come and they bring all their expertise of their cuisine and stuff. And I think that's a special thing. I just heard my Alamo go off. I have to say, oh, Snowland. The Alamo is pretty cool. If you got an opportunity to get one, and you've got, like, you know, that cash to spare, I think it's worth it. It's a cool little Nintendo product. It's very much like Nintendo to go, oh yeah, clock, why not? You know, like, it's such a, yeah, it's a cool little device. I love the sleep noises, like 5 minutes before your allotted bedtime. If it detects that you're laying down for bed, it plays like really nice music. I've got it set to Zelda, and Zelda is really, really nice. Like, it's almost like you're camping, like you hear a campfire and all these insects and such. And that, the only thing I will say is, like, it plays that really eerie enemies nearby little tune that goes like almost like there's something ominous around, which is not really what you want to hear when you're falling asleep. You know what I mean? So, but I love it. I think it's kind of cool. I haven't been using the alarm lately because I'm on holidays, but yeah, it's really cool. Speaking of cool, I love how shiny this road looks, eh? Toadette's on my ass. Yeah, I know, it's funny having like really amazing produce. It's like a bit of a double-edged sword sometimes because you have high expectations sometimes of food. Like when I order Uber Eats, because you know I'm a lazy prick sometimes. Sometimes I have an expectation of what I want the food to be. It comes and it's like, oh yeah, it's alright. Like I ordered pizza last night and it was pretty damn good. It was margarita with ham. It was decent. But I feel like I cook better pizza, if I'm being honest. You know, I actually cook pretty damn good pizza because I worked in a pizza place for 8 years. So I know what dough should feel like, or at least dough that I like. You know what I mean? So when it came and it's like a bit overly soft, a bit chewy, you know, like I'm just kind of like, like, it needs a little bit of crunch, you know? At least that's how I like it. So it was like, you know, a solid 7 out of 10, you know? But that's what I mean, like anything you cook, doesn't matter if it comes out kind of, you know, average, you cooked it. So it always has that kind of 2 red shells and I'm second. Jeez, that's lucky. So, yeah. My favourite things to cook are Parmigiana, French toast, pizza, one of the newer things I like to cook that I've only cooked a couple of times, but I really want to try to get better at it because that Chinese batter that they have on sweet and sour and lemon chicken is a interesting thing to try to emulate. But it's easy to get the ingredients, it's just the texture. It's like, do you know what I mean? So sweet and sour chicken I've been trying to cook and emulate lately. What else do I like to cook? Funnily enough, scrambled eggs on toast I really love to cook. Some things you just cook on repetition, right? In your rotation, and then you become really good at it. And for me, scrambled eggs on toast is definitely one of those things. I cooked it so often at one point in my life that I just became really good at it, so I could cook a really good scrambled eggs on toast. Man, I'm killing it. Check this out. Because I'm not I'm not focused fully on things. And again, just what I'm talking about, it's repetition, right? It's, I have played this once every few days, so now I've gotten kind of used to it. Now I say, but I'm going to get like last or something. What else do I like to cook? Cookies? Chocolate chip cookies, but I kind of feel like I haven't perfected that yet. Like, they don't come out consistent. They even come out cakey or like undercooked, you know? So, yeah. Sorry I haven't been commenting on the actual stages. I mean, that's probably not a bad thing, you know? I'm actually having a conversation with y'all. Not a conversation, but you know, like you're You're gaining something, learning something about me, learning something about Casey. What have you learnt this episode? Show your work. You've learnt that I got an Alamo. You've learnt that I like Uber. You learnt that I like fried chicken. Oh, both? You greedy so-and-so. So anyway. I just played Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 Advance. The previous episode. That was interesting. It was a trudge. Meaning like it's hard to get through, but like the half an hour actually went by relatively fast. All things considered. So it's good to know. That's probably one of the more difficult games to kind of squeeze half an hour out of. With a lot of these games, I just want to demonstrate what they kind of look like and things. It's playing on Analog Pocket too. Like I like to play more on my Analog Pocket, which is basically an unofficial Game Boy, but it uses the hardware. Like it plays the cartridges. I have to be very careful though, because if the cartridges aren't relatively clean, they crash. You know, and they crash quite easily. So yeah, go figure, right? Uh-oh. Damn. Man, I'm getting lucky with these red shells, man. When you're second, normally I'm not that lucky. I was going to say something else about it. Yeah, no, that was a bit of a... maybe that's why I'm a bit more hyperactive for this episode. I can talk more. I don't know. Oh, that's it. Awesome. Rock on. Rock on. Two stars, eh? Alright, let's go to the next one. Stick with sorry I'm not playing as anyone else, but honestly, I'm so used to Tanuki Mario, and I know I said that in the last couple of episodes as well, but just to reiterate, he is my dude. Oh, wow. Oh, Los Angeles. Speaking of places I've been to Los Angeles. For a very short time, my sister lived in Los Angeles. They were creating like assets and graphics and such for some video games, and they were dragged to Seattle, and then plotted themselves down in Los Angeles while they had their visa, from what I understand. And that's where my my nieces and nephew, my nieces got their nice, sweet little American accents, which is really funny, because my brother-in-law and sister are quite Aussie, and they have an accent not unlike mine, but their daughters have American accents. But it's an interesting thing. My mother was saying they tend to kind of mimic the place where they're at, because when they were in England, they've lived everywhere, just FYI. Whoa, the stadium! I wonder if that's supposed to be a stadium that I've been at, like Staples or something. Man, that was a trip. I was very, very, very fortunate. Like, my sister moved to Los Angeles, and my mum and my dad was talking about, like, oh, we're going to do a trip there at some point. Like that, and I said, you know what's happening in Los Angeles? WWE SummerSlam. So I actually was so lucky and spoiled, and I actually managed to go to like a proper WWE event Not like a, you know, a bona fide house show or anything like that. No, it's like SummerSlam. Unfortunately, and hey, look, sister, mum, if you're listening, which they won't be, the thing, no, they, you know, it's probably one of the more poorer SummerSlams that you could have, you know, had. It was 2012, I think it was. So the main event was Brock versus Triple H, was okay. I think the match of the night for me was like CM Punk, the Big Show, and somebody else, and that says something, right? It was the match of the night, but I can't remember who the other competitor was. It might have been the year that was Dolph Ziggler and Goldberg, but it was, yeah, it wasn't it was probably the most least memorable SummerSlam that there was. Got to see CM Punk. I mean, that was cool, but like this, there was like the story wasn't really there yet. Like he was transitioning to being a bad guy heel, so like that was on the horizon. So I think they really didn't fully line anything up for him. He wasn't fully face and he wasn't fully heel. So, you know. But man, to actually go there and go to SummerSlam and go to Staples Center, and that's special, man. I'm so lucky in life with these kind of situations. Really and truly. You know, a few other things have happened in my life kind of recently, which I'm very thankful for. And, you know, I have to kind of reflect on that like, this is the way stuff has kind of fallen, for better or for worse, and like, I shouldn't feel neither spoiled nor guilty, I guess, for it, you know? And that's why I kind of like doing this kind of stuff where I'm, you know, recording videos and stuff for the internet. Like, no one's watching. I know it sounds funny. At this point in time, you know, there's not, if we're looking at my algorithm, there's not really anyone really watching, and that's fine, because what I'm wanting to do at the moment, I'm building a body of work to kind of, you know, oh, I just realized there's no, oh no, there is, oh thank goodness, I thought there was no sounds. There wasn't any sound because it was loading the Cooper Cup on the Wii. So I don't know, be thankful for the little things, I guess, in life. Yeah. Pardon me. TMI, Coke Zero makes me gassy. Oh, right into the rock. I guess the episode that I'll play, you know, after this, you know, will be naturally Mario 64, I guess. I kind of want to do a fourth one, but I have to give it some thought. I really don't know what else to play. I want to order some like more Game Boy games, if I'm being honest. I want to use my analog pocket more. Oh, camera went crazy then. Did you see that? Oh, oh, oh. That was a bit piss poor of me. Oh, it made like the pipe sound, a sound. Damn, it's a pity this isn't the final lap. That's okay. I'll maintain this lead. That's the thing, like, I've realised I've got plenty of, like, first-party games. But I kind of want to play some more random. That's why I put Tony Hawk's in, like, you know, as much as it's kind of like, tough game to play on a recording, it's just something a little different. Cheeky, I'm not first. Whoa, man, that was rough end to my race. It's Pauline. Okay. Oh, Vancouver. Another place that my sister and my brother-in-law have lived, and her husband. They've been everywhere, man. They've been everywhere, man. Wow, it's like Christmas. Well, it's like Christmas if you're in that, in the northern hemisphere. Here in the southern hemisphere, summer is blistering hot. If you're in America, I wonder if you could picture that, like, it's like 35 degrees Celsius, and you basically barbecue is what your family does on Christmas. It's funky music. Do 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 do. Oh, and I got electrocuted. That's a bit rude. Mario Arena. I don't know if there's a Mario Arena in Vancouver, but that would be pretty awesome if it was. Oh, it's not the last lap. Thank goodness. I was about to get really angry then. It was very typical. Whoa, how come I didn't get attacked by that red shell? Lucky. Oh, good thing I used that immediately. Sometimes it's good to use your items like ASAP, because when you get hit by stuff, you lose your items sometimes. You know what I mean? So it's interesting. Unfortunately, Pauline can't get first, because she gets first and I'll lose out. Sorry, Pauline, had to be a bit rough with you. No, 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 no! Ah! Just squeezed in. Lucky. Oh, it's Cat Peach anyway. Still. And Mario Kart's always a bit of a weird one because I finish 8 courses off in about 25 minutes, but I yeah, like episodes to go half an hour, so I'm gonna cherry cup. That's cute. I'm on a roll with this one, like a boss. All right, let's do one more cup. The Rock Cup. Oh, London. I go London. I like these courses that like close off areas and then open them up on the next lap. It's a smart way to extend the scope of things, you know? It's nice. Man, I am very excited as a wrestling fan. I rave on about wrestling a lot, so, you know, if you don't like to hear about wrestling, this is probably... I mean, I wouldn't say it's not the channel. I don't rave on it, like, tons and tons. I mean, I rave on about it a lot. Just FYI, if you're new to this channel and whatnot. Raw on Netflix tomorrow. I'm recording this on the 6th here in... Australia, which means tomorrow's the 7th, which means Raw on Netflix, man. And love me some CM Punk. CM Punk in the main event. He doesn't have many matches these days, you know, and you know that's good. You know, you don't burn yourself out when you're that age, so I completely understand. So one of the very rare times he's gonna have a match, and oh man, it's gonna be some good times will be had. Oh man, it's gone chaotic. Yeah, I'm excited. Oh man, good. Oh, this is absolute chaos, and I like it because sometimes it's let's be honest, a little, I wouldn't say boring, but like when you're up in first, well, when you're awesome like me and you're up in, you know, or we call that karma. Yeah, when you're up in first and whatnot, you know, not much happens. Oof. Okay, rough start. That's okay. I think that's just the first match, right? First race. Boo Lake on... Oh, on the Game Boy Advance. Man, these Boo courses back on like the Super Nintendo and the Game Boy Advance, man, that was something. Oh, listen to the music, man. I know I say that tons when I, you know, play these courses, but it is like, it's like, man, listen to the music. Oh, it goes underwater. Oh, that's so cool. I appreciate, like, really take, like, some old school stuff and they're like, Let's just go weird with it. It sinks, it goes up, it goes down. You know? Like, it's a pretty simple course, but they're like, yeah. And the bricks of it, I wonder if you hit them if they disappear. No, they don't. That would be cool. Oh, they got creepy fishies as well. Whoa. Yeah, I'm capturing this one on film. Either release it, or yeah, there you go. It's talking to Donkey Kong and his green shell, just FYI. There you go, like a boss. Sorry if I'm going a bit quiet now. I'm not concentrating because I haven't done a recording yet where I've got all gold trophies. 3DS, oh Alpine, my goodness, they've brought back all the best courses. I tell you what. Far out. Souped up this course, haven't they? What? It's like gracefully gliding off the edge. Probably one of my favourite items to have, the spinning shells. It's because they're very protective. Oh! It would have been pretty awesome if this was the... I've said on the other one as well, man, if it was the final lap, I tell you what. But it isn't. I have to maintain my focus. Anything to get hit with at this point. Don't mind the ink is fine. Oh, Donkey Kong. Oh! Too little, too late. That little wiggle that the blue shell does in this version. Okay, I have to thrash Donkey Kong. Maple Tree Treeway. I feel like I've played these levels. Maybe, I don't know. I think Mario Part 7 brought back a few, so maybe that's why I've played them. But oh, this is one of my favorites too, just because of the So I hit Donkey Kong, did he fall? Yes, he did. Awesome. Just because of the vibe of it. The flavor of it, as they say. Oh, karma. Man. Oh, explosions and such. Must suck like living in some of these places. Like, it's so peaceful, all of a sudden explosions and stuff are like tearing through the trees and such. Donkey Kong, damn you. You cannot win. It's a pretty long course, this one, probably by design. I think it's the final one. I think. So, man. I was going to apologise. I have no one to apologise but myself. Bouncing all around. Oh, I'm first. Okay. Gotta maintain my focus. I can do it. Shake my head. Probably chuck that green shell back at a pretty lame time. I think it will actually affect anyone. Oh! Oh yes! Yeah! Uh oh! Just like the Donkey Kong thing. Oh, he's way back anyway. Oof! Sorry, I leant back there, away from the microphone. That's it! Oh! Hey, thank you so much for joining us on this other visit to the new levels of Mario Kart 8. I thought I'd bash these out before the Switch 2 is announced, hopefully in a couple of weeks. Hope you're having a lovely day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.